Hi, welcome to yoga today. We've had the special request of shoulders, so we're going to work a little bit through the shoulders today, and then let's do this. So why don't you come to a seat, Sukhasana, basically crisscross applesauce. And if you're working through Lotus, you can pull one foot or the other up into the crease of the hip. And let's close our eyes. Maybe breath in, breath out, just to soften, even squishing those shoulders all the way up to the ears, and then just letting them drop down. Let your toes soften. And let your knees soften. And start to notice your breath. And you don't really have to change it yet, just notice. Maybe you can take the tip of your tongue and place it behind your two top front teeth, and that's going to soften and the skin on your face. And notice the breath just got a lot easier. So the earth crown of the head rises up. And there's just a slight pressing forward with the heart, a slight drawing in of the chin, diving into the physical spine, vision it white and pink and healthy. And then diving into the spiritual spine, just stay very thin as the width of a hair. String of light from the base of the spine, Muladhara chakra, all the way through the crown of the head, Sahasrara. As you're breathing in, that white light gets brighter. As you're breathing out, it gets brighter still, just adding on layers and layers and layers of brightness to your being. Slowing your breath, maybe counting in for 4, 5, or 6. You can take a little pause at the top of the inhalation and a little pause at the bottom of the exhalation. And as always, I've chosen a tarot card for today. And what came up today is the 7 of Cups. And who's looking at these golden chalices floating in the cloudy, beautiful sky. The color is yellow. Yellow is the color of manifestation. Red, the color of action. There's 7 of these cups, and they hold different things. Some are quite beautiful, jewels and gems and angels. Some of them are not, dragons and snakes. It's that who's ever participating today may be in a place of confused choice making. Too many options on the table. So it's time that we get clear. So on an exhale, roll your chin down to your chest. Let that overthinking brain hang heavy in the front of the skull. And just for a moment, too many choices. Are you having delusions of grandeur? Maybe thinking unrealistically. And maybe you can even count 7 choices on your plate. We'll start to do that rocking of the head, left and right. Letting that chin roll down to the chest deeper and deeper and deeper. Sometimes it's even overwhelming to think you have 7 choices, but you have choices for your body, choices for siblings. Please do. Choices for your home, for how you're spending your free time, how your day-to-day activities are stacking up. Take the head in the other direction. investing in your education practices. Beautiful. Go ahead and level the gaze. Hands stay on the knees. We'll do the Sufi grinds. So we're just going to bring that heart around and let that head be the last thing to go, and just let it chin and neck and shoulders. And stay with that nice even breath. Beautiful. And take it in the other direction. Beautiful. Come to stillness. Bring your arms in front of you, right by the knees. Let the fingertips touch the earth. And then inhale, bring it up. Follow with your eyes and bring the arms to open behind you. So palms press towards me, and then bringing it up and around. And you can let your eyes and your breath follow the hands. This is a great thing to do. Sometimes you get to yoga class early. You have maybe a healing shoulder or even a healed shoulder. And you just need to open a little bit up more than a lot of people. Beautiful. Bring the fingertips in front of you and then lift the arms all the way up and then bend them. Palms pressed towards me. Inhale, open the chest up to the sky, and then exhale, bring those elbows together and start to roll down. Inhaling, looking up. So 95% of the time, if you're experiencing discomfort in shoulders, neck, or spine, in an Ayurvedic perspective, we call that a vata, or a wind imbalance. And it usually speaks to a sense of too much movement and thoughts in your schedule. So it's kind of like running around with your head cut off like a chicken, right? It's that energy. Beautiful. Inhale, lift up now. Bring the fingertips to the earth. We're going to take the right hand to the tips of the ears. We're going to press up into the hand and then gently pull the head over. Walk your fingertips out. Be gentle with your neck. Keep breathing. So just think in opposition of the wind. If the wind is blowing on you so fiercely, what we snuggle, warm, soft place to fall. Sides, be sure to press the head up into the hand before we draw the head over. Walk the fingertips out. And it's okay to be having thoughts. It's okay as long as go ahead and release. Bring the hands behind you, interlace the fingers, draw down on the shoulders, up, open the neck, open the heart. Side, working it side to side, even sticking the tongue out. Beautiful. Take an inhale. As you exhale, lean into this. Start to draw your hands off your lower back and maybe rock a little side to side. So when I was at Chopra Center for Wellbeing, I was lucky to study with Deepak Chopra. There's a process for making choices. Go ahead and hang out in the center now. Go a little bit deeper. And the first thing you ask yourself is this choice easy to make? If it's easy to make, it's probably the right choice. And then you ask, does this choice make me happy? Does this choice make others happy? And I always include the planet in the other. Beautiful. Inhale, come on. Top position. And just get set up here. If you need a blanket under your knees, put it there. Get the wrinkles out. Look at your head wide like starfish. Start to roll the shoulders around, massaging the wrists, and also identifying that hand lock. Hastabandha, sorry. And then what you're going to do is you're going to start to feel the mounds of your hands pressed into the mat. That's where the fingers connect to the hands, and just keep that connection. Beautiful. Come to stillness. We're going to lift the knees to hover, and make sure your elbows aren't hyperextended. So you don't want the inner eyes of the elbows looking outward. You want them looking inward at. And then start to pull the tailbone back, looking at the hands. Crouch. Pause here, breathe. And becoming aware as you pull more deeply to the back of the spine. And if you pull it in and hitch it up, the pelvic floor follows. Now, tailbone to the sky, down dog. It's your first one, so I won't argue with you how to do it. Make it your own. Lots of opinions in yoga. I got a few of them. I had a really good time. Like if you're ever doing anything in yoga the same as you always do it, stop doing that. Because yoga is about breaking all barriers, all habits, all redundancies. Beautiful. Now, bend the knees a touch, push that tailbone higher, squeeze the thighs together as you press down through the heels, feel the mounds of those hands. And now, pose of rest as well. Exhaling, pull the navel in and up. I think Mark's advice for yoga applies for society families, have ingrained in us. But maybe it doesn't make you happy. Beautiful. Go ahead and rotate your shoulders now over your wrists. We're coming into a plank position. If you like, you can drop. Let's come back into that down dog. Inhaling forward and exhaling. And you can do as many of these as you like. When you feel like you've had enough, you're going to just come into a wide child's pose. So be happy, be free. And if you've moved to child's pose, it's a great opportunity to roll your hands around on your wrists, just massage them a little bit. And then find some stillness here. See if you can't get your forehead all the way to the mat and just rock your head side to side. Deepening the breath. Beautiful. Let's come back through that tabletop to down dog. And this time, lift the right leg up behind you. Flex the foot. Keep your hips level to the earth as that left foot sinks down. Behind you, bringing your toe, maybe even down the outside of your mat. Try to engage through the glutes. Beautiful. Now lift that foot all the way to the sky. Point, left heel, level the energy between the hands. Point, point, higher, higher, higher. Take a big Inhale, as you exhale, bring that knee in for a deep hover. Shoulders rotate over wrists. Pause here. And then without the toes touching the mat, place the foot between the hands. If you use your blocks, you can go ahead and get those organized. You are newer to yoga, if your wrists have inflammation. Get your hands over, or your shoulders over your hands. Lift your front toes. Pull back on that right hip and press through your left heel. And you got it. Keep your head aligned with the spine. Take a big inhale. As you exhale, straighten that front leg. Inhale, bend. And let's slide those hands under the shoulders. Lift the toes. Inhale to a half lift. Exhale that heart forward. Let the chin roll down. Pull back on that right hip and breathe. Knee down if you like, rise up, or you can lifted. If your knee is down, heel toe your front foot forward a little bit so you get a nice stretch through that left thigh. Go ahead and place that back knee down. We're going to heel toe our foot to the left side of the mat, and we're just going to visit pigeon for a moment. We're not lying down. Stay up. Ooh, hello. Yes, you are not ready for this. Press your big toe into the mat. Let's scissor those legs away a little bit. And look up and just breathe into those tight spaces. Beautiful. Start to come out. Press your hands to the earth. Curl the toes. Lift. Reach up higher. Maybe bend the knee. Open the hip. And draw some circles with that knee. And you can always do this from tabletop too. Beautiful. Place that right foot down. Press it out a little. Come to stillness. Shoulders over the wrist, maybe dropping the head, look up and out, and exhale back to down dog. These stories different. If this is too much, we do this cat-cow tabletop. We rest in child's pose or down dog. So do as many as you like, and then take that pause. Exhaling, pulling that navel deep to the back of the spine, in and up. Engage that pelvic floor. Beautiful. Lift that left leg behind you. Right heel sinks down, flex through the heel. Level the energy between the hands. Point the toe, lift higher, use the glute, and we're going to make those big rainbows behind us. And then inhale, lift the toe to the sky, engage through the glute. Take a big inhale, exhale, bring that knee into hover pause, shoulders rotate over the wrists, and then get that foot between the hands. Woo, and don't touch the mat. I know. Slide that right foot back. Press through the right heel. Pull back on the left hip. Get the energy out of your toes. And just keep breathing. That mantra's a bit intense. The death mantra. We're not going to do the Shiva mantra today. How's that? Ceremony. Take it in. Inhale, straighten. Inhale, bend. Straighten. So this ceremony we're going to do. I know, it's really cool. Go ahead and straighten. Slide your hands back under your shoulders, lift the toes, and pull back on the left hip. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, press the heart forward, only the chin rolls down. So quantum jumping is a technique. The parallel universes, there's millions of you running around out there you're unaware of. Well, you simply learn to jump to it. Practice. Go ahead and do that front knee down. If the knee is down, heel toe that front foot forward so that you get a release through the thigh, the heart. I think quantum jumping can be a little bit scary. So the question I always have is, if I jump, and I don't know what the answer is, but theoretically, you do the practices so that you always jump to the greatest good. All right, go ahead and place the hands down. Put the knee down if it's not. We're going to heel toe the foot over to the right and bring the knee to the earth. And into that, I know, pigeon, pigeon, pigeon. And let's stay up tall. So get your fingertips on either edge of the front knee. Slide the back leg back. Pull the shoulders down, tips of the ears to the back of the room. And breathe. So big choice and you go. And the choice is made regardless of all limiting beliefs. Those have to simply disappear. Ah, beautiful. Start to come on out. Good job. Lift the knee behind you. We're going to come back to that three-legged dog. Bending the knee, opening the hip, and draw those circles. Ah, beautiful. Place the foot down, pedal it out a little bit, and then we're going to look between our hands, and however you like to get there, we will arrive at the front of the mat in a standing forward fold. You can use your blocks or not here. Lift, bending the knees a touch, pressing my heart forward. In fact, let's here. Inhale the heart forward and exhale round through the spine. And if you don't have blocks, you can put your hands on your knees or your shins. And this little exercise here is actually an exercise that releases fear. So it's working into the deeper organs where we store energy. Beautiful. Bring that heart forward now and fold more deeply. Always taking that slight bend to the knees, always hinging at the hip creases. Spine stays straight. Chin can roll down and hang heavy. Beautiful. Let's bend the knees a touch. We're going to inhale, roll all the way up to standing. Bring your hands together. Flip your palms. So I fall off my mat here. Take a big inhale, exhale to the right. Look up. Roll up, 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 and over. Get a little stretch right above your hip crease. Feel free to smile. There we go. Fake it till you make it. Inhale back to center. Take it to the other side. I've noticed people are smiling more. Starting to find a little bit of humor in our situation. You kind of have to, right? Yes. Maybe all the prescriptions for all the medicines have finally come in. Invest in those drug companies. Bend the knees, bend. Bring those hands off the lower back. And maybe a little sway side to side. Keep breathing. And then inhale, lift up. Reach up, bring those arms into cactus arms. Inhale, press the hands, the heart up. Exhale, fold, bring the elbows, the hands together. And exhaling. And then level the gaze. Bring the arms to the level of the shoulders. We're drawing those little tiny circles. The slower you go, the better. And try to pull your fingers behind you just a little bit. One of these days when I finally start my new brand, it's called Cult Yoga. It'll probably, I'm going to wait till I'm like 71. And then I'm going to be this little lady with a stick. And we're going to do this for 10 minutes. And if your arms start to come down, I'm going to take my stick, I'm going to go slap you upside the head. I think it would be really popular. Don't you? Okay, slow it down. Take it in the other direction. Oh, there it is. Sometimes I know. It's okay. Sometimes we got to add like to like. Another little Ayurvedic trick. Beautiful. Now turn the hands towards me. Take the fingertips into the mounds of the hands. Thumb is up and now thumbs down, thumbs up. Inhaling up, exhaling down. Now I will tell you, I did my Kundalini teacher training in 2013 in India. Tell this story all the time. And the strongest man in India came to teach us a power yoga class. He literally came out of the jungle. And they had newspaper clippings of him picking up an elephant. I saw these with my own eyes. Picking up a car. The hugest man I've ever seen in my life walks in. And this little series we are doing right now, he did make us do for 10 minutes. Each little part of it. I'm not kidding you. I know. And you know what? I did not die. Bring the thumbs up. Close your eyes. Now we're going to lift the arms above our head. Bring those thumbs to touch. And then open your hands. Take an inhale as you turn your heart up to the sky. Pull the hands backwards. Deepen the breath. And now we level the gaze. And just like you're moving arms all the way down by the sides. And now let's stand in our essence. So find your heart. Feel the heartbeat beating there. Eyes closed, crossed, and looking in that third, that form which you call divine. Vision it. And then take a line, draw it from third eye center, the Atman we call it. And with your mind, just intend for the prana to flow there, and you'll feel a little lift up. Beautiful. Bring your hands to heart center. Feel softly fold. We're going to step back with the right foot into that raised runner's lunge, and then step into down dog. Pause here, take a breath, and then we'll rotate over the wrist. Now, it's your choice to come into an up dog. You might be warmed up for it, or press knees, chest and chin to the mat, and slide to a cobra. Inhale on the lift, exhale on the release. Push up to grow strength, and back to down dog. Lift that right leg up behind you, point the toe, let that left heel sink down, bend the knee, open the hip, and then take an inhale, point that toe straight up to the sky, bring that knee in for that deep hover, place the foot between the hands in one fell swoop, seal that back foot to the earth, and we rise up into warrior one. As you're settling in here, draw the navel to the back of the spine, in and up, engage the pelvic floor. And then just take the fingertips back, open up a little bit, take your gaze up, try to keep the energy out of the lower back. Level the gaze, bring the hands behind you, interlace them, draw down on the shoulders, inhale, look up again, exhale, so inside the knee. Let the hands come to the lower back and then to the earth in front of you. Straighten that front leg. Inhale, lift and fold again, straightening your spine, heart pressing forward. And then you decide the story of your shoulders. You can either bring your right arm all the way up or just bring your hand to your waist and look to the right. Front leg is straight. Still pulling back on that right hip. Beautiful. Release that hand to the earth. Bend the front knee. We'll reach out with that left arm. We'll reverse cartwheel into warrior two. Make your adjustments to get your front fit. The knee looking down, you see the big toe, so it is not collapsing in. Get the muscles tight to the bone. Flip it back over. Breathe. Exhaling, navel back of the spine, in and up. Pelvic floor. Your arms feel like they're floating here. So get sensitive to the energy. Earth to the hands. Feel that sticky goo that lives there. Let that lift you up. Right arm flips up. Inhale, look up, peaceful warrior. Straighten your front leg just to reach further back. Stretch above the hip. And then we'll plank. And then you decide how to chin to a cobra lift. Release to that modified push-up down dog. And don't be afraid to linger in those transitions. Maybe your mind is settled. Maybe 3 of 7 choices came to the forefront as having the most energy around them. That's frenetic, Any one of those three, just make a choice right now. It's the right choice, I promise. And choice making can look like, today I will. So follow it with a little action. Lift the left leg behind you, point the toe, right heel sinking down. Take a big inhale, exhale. Warrior one. Bring the arms a little wide, look up, heart, throat open. And then level the gaze. Bring the arms behind you, interlace the hands, draw down on the shoulders, look up, and then humble your warrior. I always find this pose so interesting because, you know, yogis by nature are humble. So I always contemplate in my own life, where am I out of bounds? To the mat or the blocks, take an inhale to straighten that front leg. Come up, press the heart forward, chin rolls down. And then right hand can stay on the earth or block. Story of your shoulders. Either you just sweep up with that left arm or left hand goes to the waist and we twist. Beautiful. Release your hand, bend your front knee, reach out with the right arm and reverse cartwheel up. Make all your little adjustments. Muscles to the bone. Release. Sometimes in moments of choice making, like you're so confused, you know, and you go through it. It's like I get to the ice cream store and I don't like ice cream, but other people do. So this is a place you go to socialize, right? And I'll stand there. I could stand there for 30 minutes and can't pick an ice cream. I'll count like 3 people down and get whatever they got. You know, that's how I choose. And I always regret it. I don't like it. And then, like, sometimes it's just not time to make a choice. Flip that hand, reach up. You know, when you're in those situations and you have to balance that with, it's time to make a choice, just choose. Straighten the front leg. Oh, reach up, up, up through that hip. Ah, and then let's cartwheel to the earth. Step forward. And then we'll bend the knees a little bit to that. And bring the hands to heart center. And then let's find that standing in the essence and just breathing to the heart, heart to the hands. Third eye center. And then draw that line to the back of the skull. Let the prana flow. And as yogis, you want to get really good at this. So from this space, the body, the heart can actually tell you your answers. So just asking your body, show me yes. And show me no. And most people will have a sway one way or the other. The show me yes, the show me no, or it's a little energy swish through the heart. And then once you got it, just ask the question. And then the brave part of this is to accepting the answer. That's your answer. Don't have to think about it anymore. That's the answer. Just, I will. And that's it. Open your eyes, lift your arms. Take your energy into your left leg. Bring the toe to the earth. Find your balance here first. We're going to bring the left leg, left arm straight in front of us, palm down. Find that energy connection to keep you balanced. And then reach down with your right hand. Try to get the inside of your ankle. But if that's not a possibility, it's okay. Do it the other way. Another opinion in yoga. Reach back with the knee as you reach forward. I like the inside of the ankle because it opens your shoulder up a little bit too, and it doesn't let your knee spin out. It's not the way I learned it though. I learned it to reach for the outside. And then I personally can go a little bit deeper. And then if your shoulders are opened up enough, you can bring that arm behind you and maybe get a hold of the ankle. So that's like a fun little challenge for you. And you know to rest in Tadasana. When we rest, wiggle it out. Beautiful. Lift the arms. Lift that toe. And then you decide, right arm flat in front of you. A lot of people get super pretty with this, but this is classic yoga. I just love the pictures from the books of the old teachers. And it's just not Instagram, but you can keep that energy connection from that nadi in the palm to the earth. So yoga begins when effort ceases. We forget that, don't we? Beautiful. Go ahead and release, roll the shoulders. Oh my goodness, that was a lot. Let's come sitting down. Let's thunk down. And let's regroup for a moment. So just find your seat. Close your eyes for a moment. Shoulders should feel nice and gooey hot now. Have blocks, you can use your blocks. Upluti's the uplifting pose. The blocks are nice because it actually lets you lift up. Otherwise, you can just take your hands to the earth behind you. If your wrists bother you, make fists instead. Sometimes it's nice to get the fingers off the edge of the blocks too. We're going to inhale up and exhale down, and inhale up and exhale down. Summer 2021 will have beach arms. We're going to work on it for the next 9 months, 10 months, 11, oh my God, 11 months. All right, inhale up, exhale down. Now working into half lotus, just bring one foot up. And if you can't, that's okay too. Back to it. So inhale up, exhale down. Now inhale up, hold the breath. And exhale down. I know, rest for a moment. Roll your wrist if you need to. All right, beautiful. Switch sides. So move your feet around. Even if you're crisscross applesauce, flip it around. Now the next time we come up, we'll end up and down, up and down, up and down. Then we're going to inhale up, and we're going to apply those bandhas. Okay, so we're going to pull the navel in and pull the pelvic floor up. So get ready for that. When you're holding your breath in yoga, don't get to that point where you're at that edge. You know how that you get that feeling inside of you? Like we want to do things with ease. Down. Now inhale up, hold the breath. Pull in the belly. Pull up on the pelvic floor. Keep holding as long as you can. And when you're done, you'll just let everything go and come down. Beautiful. And just rest. Enjoy the effects. Ah, beautiful. Let's take our hands in front of us, flip the palms, and then flip the other way. And then release and let's just roll the wrists. One way and then the other. Get off. We're going to come rolling down. You can bring a ponytail that touches the back of your skull. Take that out. It's nice just to put that bun right on top of your head. From here, let's actually take our feet as wide as the mat. Let the knees fall together. And maybe place a hand on the heart, a hand on the belly. And just calm yourself, soothe yourself. Feel the body breathe. And if you find the spine resisting, just let it soften. All right, let's bring the knees. Get the feet hip width distance apart. Knees are still bent. We're going to place the right ankle over the left knee, flex that ankle. And then you can take the two hands, wrap. Sometimes people like to straighten the left leg to the sky. That's fine too. And if you find you have a need for a little bit more, you can always reach your arms up and wrap them around that right leg like it's a little baby. Keep the foot flexed to protect the knee. You might round up a little bit in this. And then once you're here, slowly lower the left heel to the earth. So the earth is really the air in front of us. If you're feeling any discomfort before you come out because of it, maybe do a little rock side to side and see if that doesn't help. Into a T, and now let's just take the right knee, left knee, all the way down to the right side of the body. Gaze goes to the left. Lovely. Come back through center. Place the right foot back on the mat, left ankle on top of the right leg up to the sky. Staying here, bringing the right leg to the earth. It's okay to round up, but try to be can come sometimes get the sticky out of the pose. Knee, slide the foot in, place that ankle on the knee, arms in a T, palms down, and now everything falls to the left as the gaze goes to the right. Beautiful. Come back to center. Place the feet back on the earth. Maybe do a little knees to the left, to the right. Maybe a little rock, a little squeeze, massaging the sacrum. And then we're going to head to our final pose, which is Shavasana, or corpse pose. And you can take your time getting there. If you need any other pose, or if you want to just go straight there, you straighten the legs. Bring the feet as wide as the feet splay open. Arms are by the sides, palms. And while you rest, I'll play the gong. And just let that be a little energy reset for you. So we're softening the tongue and our mouth. And we're softening that and through the lungs and into the belly. Take one big final breath in, breath out. And just go. Starting to take a big breath in, big breath out. And as you're coming to, just imagining yourself in a happy place. Maybe that's on the beach or under a tree or in your backyard. And you're just sitting there quietly, happy. And imagining those 7 cups around you all seem appealing, but some are not good for you. Some are right for you. And just reaching out your hand and taking that cup, the one your heart chose, and committing to that choice, drinking from that cup. And saying to yourself, I commit to. Starting to make bigger movements now. Maybe arms reach up overhead. And then bring your hands to heart center, rub them together, rub the soles of the feet. And then take those warm hands and either press them to your heart or over your eyes and bless yourself. And then gently we release to the right in seed pose, seeding that commitment one last time. And understanding what you've made the commitment. You have to commit also to a timeline. So give yourself a week, a month, 9 months. And then gently using your hands, come to seated. And we'll just pause here for the moment. And the way yogis manifest and live is your meditation starts with the 3 questions. The first question is, who am I? And that is the exploration we're in. So you probably don't know. And the next question is, what do I want? And you just committed to what you want. So throw that out there to the universe. This is what I want. And the third question is, how can I serve? And that one never gets answered either. Just acts or opportunities of service comes to you. So softening and connecting to mantra, nice mantra, so hum, I am. Just breathing in so, breathing out, hum. Letting all thoughts go, knowing all intentions are already happening. Beautiful. Bringing your fingertips to forehead center. Bowing in gratitude for this day, for this practice. Thank you for sharing it with me. Namaste. Namaste. Each and every one of you. Thank you for coming.